And let's see if this thing has slam fire. No. But it did triple load. That's kind of cool, actually. I'm DrFlux, and today we're looking at the latest and greatest blaster from the Curve Shot line. This is a pump action springer that advertises having a hopper and has that curve feature that we've all come to know from the Curve line, which is kind of a gimmick, but can be kind of cool in certain situations. So in today's video, we're gonna take this out of the box. We're gonna see how accurate this blaster is and take a close look at this hopper system because I'm kind of curious how that thing works. And of course, we'll check out the blaster's gimmick of the curve feature and see, is this thing practical? Can we actually get round the corner shots with this thing? Or is it just another Hasbro gimmick? Let's take a closer look. So before we take this out of the box, let's just take a quick look at the box. Obviously we have the curve functionality here where you kind of rotate that barrel and you can get the rival round to kind of shoot one way or the other. Not really a new concept. This has been around for a long time. In fact, I believe Out of Darts was messing around with this way back when Rival first came out, and many other people in the community were doing that a long time ago. Something innovative that I would like to see is a hop-up control where you have the opportunity to kind of maybe raise or lower the hop-up tab to kind of control the amount of hop-up you have. I think that would be cool, but I mean, this is kind of interesting. It is a gimmick. So like I said earlier, this thing has a hopper system. It holds 20 rounds. This box actually comes with 20 Rival rounds, so that's cool. At a quick glance, we can see there is no stock on this or any type of attachment points, and it does look like there are a few sling points. Let's go ahead and take this out of the box and get a closer look. My Rival rounds are escaping me, so let's pop this hopper open, and we just drop that right in there. It just falls down into a feed tray. I don't know if there's any kind of agitator down there. We'll take a look for now. So I don't spill these Rival rounds, I'm just gonna throw them in the blaster. So I'm not sure if I dropped any of these, but it seems like I'm missing some. As you can see, the hopper just kind of is just a tray in which you toss these in. They kind of fall down to the end. But it looks like this thing can definitely hold some more. So it claims it holds 20, but you can actually throw another 10 or so in there, so it's more like a 30. On this blaster, we can see that there is a clearing jam door here, a sling point here, a sling point down here, and just the hopper door right there. And that's pretty much it. And then of course, pump handle is really comfortable. I would say that's a nice feeling pump. The way this whole curve thing works, so you just kind of turn this barrel and the direction of this, this point right here, this is where the hop up is. So that's where it will cause it to basically shoot. So if you want to shoot that way, if you want it to curve that way, you'd point it that way. You could curve it down, you know, left or right or up, or curve it right into the ground. It would be like that, which is kind of silly unless you're trying to shoot over a ridge or something. So overall, I'd say the blaster is very comfortable. I really wish it had a stock. If it just had an attachment point here, I think it'd be really nice. But that's all fine because the actual pump grip and the pistol grip are extremely comfortable, so I can kind of overlook it, and it's not too hard to throw a stock point on there. So let's go ahead and take this blaster outside. We're gonna get some chronograph readings and check its accuracy and kind of play with the functionality of the actual curve shot feature. So let's see what stock performance is. Usually Rival is sitting around 90 to almost 100 FPS. So let's see what these things are at. 95, not bad. 85, 86, 92, 88, 93, 88, 88, see if this thing has slam fire. No. But it did triple load. That's kind of cool, actually. So you can shotgun this thing pretty easily. That's really cool, actually. I would say probably 3 is probably the most you want to go. So basically you hold the trigger, and that's 3. So we'll go ahead and just leave it at normal hop up to see how accurate this thing is. Oh, I got jams going on up here. This thing is actually extremely accurate for rival. It's kind of surprising. Let's try some hop up. So I'm gonna try to hit that target over there. Yeah, has a little curve at the end. So yeah, it definitely works. Curve it that way. Pretty cool. After taking the Helix outside and kind of playing around with it, checking its feet per second and how accurate it is, and playing with this whole curve type of functionality, I can say this blaster's pretty cool. The thing I like about it is it does offer something kind of new. This large load bay that you're able to just basically grab handfuls of rival and kind of dump them in here in a Springer type of format is kind of neat. Essentially, I haven't seen this done in rival, so I think that's pretty cool. We see a lot of the flywheel blasters with hoppers that have kind of agitators in there, but those are flywheelers, they're not Springers. So I kind of like seeing this new design, this ramp type system that is kind of a hopper. Essentially the way this one's working is when you dump the rival rounds in there, they kind of have a tendency to just kind of go into the 2 tracks and they kind of fall into place. The price point of this blaster is all right. It was not too ridiculous. So my only gripe with it is obviously the stock. I wish it had a stock. This blaster would be a very decent war blaster and offer all kinds of high-powered shots for, like, you know, close counter engagements, you know, stuff like HVZs or just kind of close combat type of battling. I think this would be a really good platform. My last gripe with this blaster, which could actually be quickly fixed, is there's no Picatinny, no mounting points, no nothing on this thing. It would be nice to have at least something up here that you could put some type of optic or a side mount for a flashlight. But other than that, I mean, it's got that big, large and in charge type of look, which I like. Wielding this thing like a pistol is actually kind of comical, but can be done. The curve functionality seems to be working pretty well. I noticed with just standard hop up, this blaster was extremely accurate at 35 feet. Also, the feet per second were on par with standard rival, so no complaint there. In the end, can I recommend the Nerf rival curve Helix? That's a mouthful. I would say if you are a fan of rival, I think this is a good blaster. I think if you are looking to do some type of cosmetic modding or painting or anything like that, I think this would look really cool. This blaster does have good mod opportunity. You could put a higher powered spring in here. I can kind of tell the way it functions. You could definitely kick the spring up a little bit. And the overall gimmick of the curve actually works. And it's actually kind of fun to kind of see those shots kind of curve. I feel like I'm kind of like I'm bowling, you know, when you could put a spin on the bowling ball and it kind of curves inward and cuts in. Kind of has that similar feel, and it's satisfying. It's satisfying to get tags with that cool little curve at the end. I'm a big fan of stuff like that because in this hobby and Nerf in general, it's all about flair. It's all about looking cool and looking good and having fun. And this is definitely something that kind of fits that niche, and I appreciate it. Well, I'm DrFlux, and that pretty much wraps up this review. Let me know in the comment section if you are a fan of the curve line, or is it something that you pretty much don't care about? Are you stuck with old school rival, or have you moved on to the hyper train? I, however, can appreciate the curve line. I think it's good that we do see some rival stuff coming out now in the form of curve. So I can appreciate it. Some of the stuff I saw with Hyper didn't really make me feel great about the Hyper line. So it is nice to see that there's still some rival products. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you could, share this video, because sharing this video actually helps grow the channel tremendously, and I greatly appreciate it. And as always, happy nerfing.